to put a light on? Would you mind?
Behind you on the wall.
No.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, is that all right? It's a bit rough, yeah. Okay, I'll let you go
So,
first.
yeah, so we're here today, Carl, to look at
The bed frame.
the bed and the mattress.
They're not compatible. One's bigger than the other.
Mm.
There's these two metal bars that are on the bed frame. The actual frame they stick up. They're to hold in a normal thin, like foam. You know, the thin foam ones, not air ones.
I mean, they,
And they
sorry.
fit exactly inside, in between.
yeah.
But because I have to have an airbed, the airbed is bigger, wider, and bigger than the frame. So every single time it's popping one of the 38 cells inside the air mattress because it's being compressed, which means it's being compressed and also having to be changed many times, costing taxpayers money, as well as not doing its job by protecting me from sores because it's being compromised, because it's not 100% air in all corners. Because of the metal bars are pushing into it, and nothing can be done about it because the metal is a part
I
of
do
the
see what you mean.
The metal is a part of the frame.
Yeah, I mean, Mediquip.
They only do
They
the
do-
air mattresses. They don't do frames.
They
So,
do look
yeah.
at these and they say they're compatible, but I do see what you mean, that there is, with these ones, there is a bit, it doesn't quite fit in the frame.
It's changed. God, I've lost count of how many times it's been changed because these airbeds there's like 38 cells, and the cells will always pop every single time in the same position, which is exactly where I lift this up, which is
Yeah.
exactly here, which is where most of the weight is. And because it's like as if you put too much air in a balloon, yeah, it's gonna pop. And so if you put an air mattress which is bigger than the airframe and squish it into the frame, which the frame moves
Yeah.
up and down, it's just inevitably always going to keep happening.
I mean, that
That's
is-
why I said that the frame is not correct.
They do.
Because if you look, it goes in one side, but on the other side, it's got the metal right pushed
Yeah.
underneath it, and there's nothing
Yeah.
that can be done about it. It's
Yeah.
literally wide. I've measured it myself.
Yeah. I know, I've seen it before with other people.
In width,
but
the width
I
is
think
bigger.
if you're sitting, do you sit up a lot of the time?
Yeah, and I'm not laying because I don't have a wheelchair, so obviously I just have a shower chair. But I don't have a wheelchair. Wheelchair's my legs, and so because I'm confined to my bed, and I have been now for over 500 days, I think I do need a mattress because I'm at severe risk of getting sores,
Which
especially when the
is-
mattress isn't working, because the mattress only works if it's on a frame that actually is the same width, same length, same size, and compatible for each
Sorry,
other.
I'm just talking about this. This is a Solite bed.
Yeah.
I just wonder if the
The
chorus.
chorus would be better. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it might be.
Might be
And I
worth a
have been
try.
asking about this. When I first come into this home, when I first moved in, I had this exact same frame. This frame come out of a hospital, so it's not new. This frame is not 8 years new that I've lived here. It was taken from the hospital,
Okay.
not from me.
Well,
the
there
OT
is
took it
another
from the
bed
hospital.
that we could try to see if it fits in better.
Please,
Has all the
because
same
when
functions, but-
and the reason why I say this because I know because I spent 2 years in hospital, they would not allow me on an air mattress until they had the frame. So if they weren't allowed to legally do that, then I definitely know 100% what I'm talking about because I've experienced it in hospital, and I'm actually can see that it's big, and you both have just now come here. I can see that the metal is underneath the air mattress pushing it up. It's not meant to do that.
Okay. So we'll try the other bed. So when Mediquip come, you'll be able to get into that chair.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
swap. Yeah.
Just to swap as long as
Okay.
it's quickly done because I meant to because I don't have bum cheeks. Yeah, there's no flesh. It's just cheekbone against weak
Yeah.
skin. I'm still waiting for a gel
that's
cushion.
on order. It's,
Do you know it's been ordered?
Yeah, it's been ordered. We're
Yeah,
just
but
waiting for
she
delivery.
said it had to go. What or was it you who sent me the
Yeah.
email?
Yeah. So it's
That's
definitely,
saying that it, but you told me that I had to go to a board.
they've
to be-
approved it.
They have
approved
approved it.
Yeah.
I haven't received an email.
But it's
And
just
I've
in
been
the
worried.
process.
I thought it was
Kate,
going to happen last. So it has
It's just
actually
in the
happened.
process. It's
My heart just fell out of my thing. You
Oh,
don't understand
sorry.
how. No, I mean this is the best news I've
Oh,
had
right, okay.
because once I received that, after it's been over 500 days. When I received that, my shower chair is complete.
yeah.
But it's took over 500
no.
days because when the shower chair is correct, but the foot plates weren't. I don't know if you ever
Yeah.
saw.
So
But
how's
I got
that
the
now?
foot
Yeah.
plate is correct because
Yeah.
I know what it needed
Yeah.
to be
Good.
because my foot my feet don't cut on it. They
Yeah.
don't bleed.
Yeah.
And they don't get. There's nothing to get stuck in the
Yeah.
middle. Can you see? 'Cause
Yeah.
There's no gap.
Yeah.
Good.
And I seen it with my own eyes on the internet, and I had to verbally speak, like as in not fight, but like constantly say because I've seen it on the internet, and they were trying to say that or they don't know if they'll have it or not. So I'm just saying,
They're
like
just
I've
all
looked it up
special orders
myself.
because this is a specialist chair. They have to do these special orders.
I know, but I
they're
don't
not
think
an hour-
500,
not an hour
500 plus days is a bit crazy, isn't it?
So the foot plate's good. So we're just
It's
waiting for
every-
the seat
Once
now.
that cushion
Yeah.
comes,
Yeah.
then for me to get a shower chair, the waiting list now takes over 500 days. That's for me roughly, so it must be for everybody. And I think that's crazy just to get the right
Yeah.
chair. But I'm absolutely the best news ever
Okay.
because that's all I've been wanting is to hear that news.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Because
So,
it'll
yeah.
allow me to actually be on the chair a little bit longer as well. Am I? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because it said not longer, but well, I mean longer as in like 10, 15 minutes longer.
Yeah.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Which adds a lot immensely.
What, if you're using that at the moment,
I don't use it at all
You
apart
don't?
for a shower and emptying the night bags because I can. If I sat in it, I wouldn't. I'd be in hospital.
For
Is
the
that not
for that.
yeah, just
Has
temporary.
to be waterproof.
Because the
Oh, what for me to sit in some? That
Just
would be
for some of the
amazing because
time.
I don't want to be. I hate being stuck. I feel like I'm trapped in prison. If there was something that was able to go on that chair, which would allow me to sit on it for 6 hours or something,
it'd be 6 hours.
or 4 or 2 hours or 1 hour, 30 minutes, I'd be happy even if I got 2 minutes out of this bed.
The equivalent of the cushion that's the sort of same as the mattress would need to be plugged in. So we wouldn't be able to give you the equivalent. It would be a downgraded cushion, which is why Katie said that you'd only be able to sit out for it for a short time because it wouldn't be the same pressure relief as that. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
but
need to
it's
be
something
plugged in.
better because it'll help my legs because my legs is like this. Whereas if I'm sitting in the position that my legs need to be in, it will help my leg.
But you really would have to keep an eye on the time, I would say, so you're not, because it's easy to get.
Oh no, I wouldn't be doing that because I'd in my head I'd only give it 5 minutes. I'd do it every 5 minutes because I have to check on my skin.
Yeah.
I'm not risking going to hospital, so
No.
I'd only it'd be like hot potato. I'd see how long I can do because I'm not willing to risk my skin.
Have you
breaking.
heard any more from the wheelchair services at all about
Haven't
your
heard. of it.
wheelchair? No, so you're still waiting for your wheelchair, but that's all going through,
No,
is it?
it's not going through.
It's not going
no,
through?
it's
Oh.
stuck because there's no money.
Oh.
Okay.
Need charities to pay for it, and there's
I see.
supposedly no charities that can help. Well,
Right.
not that I know
Okay.
of. And so it's that they say I owe the chair's £3,100,
Yeah.
but and I'm still stuck on the bed because I don't get money to buy a wheelchair, which gives me independence, which is crazy. That the NHS says it's free, but it's not free.
There was a cushion on, so then you could go and make yourself a cup of tea, that kind
Yeah.
I just
So
want
you-
the gel cushion. Is the main one, the waterproof gel
of. Yeah,
cushion.
so that's
is
on
to
order.
protect me.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
that I can
that's
for
shower.
showering.
Because
Yeah.
no one should be sitting on that if they haven't got a bum cheek. Because the bum cheek, you have flesh in it to protect you.
Yeah.
It gives you protection, whereas I don't have no flesh on my
it's
bum.
a bit padded, isn't it? But there is a more padded
Yeah.
one.
It's
Yeah.
literally like solid compared to what I'm laying on now,
Yeah.
the airbed.
How do you keep an eye on your skin then? Because you're not having carers at the moment, are you?
I
Or are you having carers now?
No, I just had nerves come out the other day and they
Yeah, I
checked
saw
it
that on the notes.
and they said
Okay.
everything's okay.
Yeah,
Everything's
it's all
okay. But
But only
usually-
because I asked
usually-
them, to come
yeah,
out,
they won't come
and
out unless
and they
it's-
won't
No.
come out until there's a wound.
Yeah.
But I don't have eyes in the back of my head, so
No.
apart from just touching and trying to get a mirror and do that's the best I
Yeah.
can do. But they'll come out when something is at its worst. But the hospital is meant to be preventing. Like why is
Well,
everything
the
has to be
preventative
about
things
getting
we've got
to
in,
the last
Carla, is
day?
this mattress.
Yeah.
And you changing position
Yeah.
when you can.
I
So
got
just
told that
shifting.
when I was in hospital 10 years ago. I've been doing that for 10 years. Like
Yeah.
everything you're saying to me has been
And your
repeated
skin's been
over
alright.
and over.
Yeah.
Only
That's it,
because
since
I
that-
take care of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Like if I didn't take, but I've saved the taxpayers' money in the government, and yet they want to spend it on carers. Spend over £100,000. My wheelchair is 3,000.
Mm.
Do you know how many wheelchairs that can buy? But they want to keep on spending it on carers. So I said no. I don't want you pay tax. Yeah, and the carers that come around are not doing their job properly. Don't know what to do, and it's a waste of taxpayers' money. It's keeping me confined, which means I move less, which makes me weaker. So it benefited me, and it benefits the taxpayers' money because it's a waste of taxpayers' money because it's keeping me confined to my bed, and I don't have no person to give me physio, to come do physio to keep. You have to move. A human body is not made to stay still. You literally your bones shrink. You literally get weaker. It's like the worst thing that could possibly be.
How are you managing with meals then and drinks? How are you getting them? Do you have to get onto your shower chair and sort of wheel your way through?
I just answered all that with the doctor only a few days ago. That's that same question. She asked me how am I managing with food. I
What did you
answered
say
that.
to
What
her?
did you say?
I would have thought she'd have written it down so you could have read it on the notes. But I don't mind you asking her to find out.
The doctors tend to write about any sort of medications or that
But
sort of
if
thing.
you want
in
to
the
find
notes.
out, I'm more than I consent for you finding out from my doctor.
So you want me
Are
to,
able
rather
to
than
get the
answer my
bed-
question, you'd rather me go back and ring the doctor?
But yeah, because I find it very untrivial to the relation into what we're here for. We're here about
Okay.
a bed frame. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
to.
Well,
I
our
didn't.
job
I didn't
looks
know
at
it
all
was
sorts
to
of
entail.
activities of daily living.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's fair enough, but it stated just to come here about the bed frame, not to
Okay.
interrogate me about my life.
All right.
I felt that was a bit invasive.
Okay.
Okay, so we're literally just going to sort the beds.
And
And-
gel cushion, please.
Yeah, that's on order. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I do want to talk to you though about your emails that have been coming through, because obviously it's a good opportunity to.
I don't want to speak about that if you're gonna now in my own home ridicule me, then I won't allow that because I'd rather you just.
Would you rather do it
yeah.
over email? I thought
Oh
you
yeah.
do face to face.
Oh, so thank you.
backwards and
Now I
forwards
understand
for
what you're
emails.
saying.
Yeah. You know the ones that you sent about the physio.
If I don't answer the phone or I don't reply to a text, did you text?
No.
Yeah. So if I and I think you call on withheld, am I right?
We do call you. We do.
Yeah, my
withheld
phone
numbers.
don't accept withheld numbers. That's the reason why.
Okay.
So it's I'll have to always check. But I gave you my new email not my new email, but that you've been using right into my old email, if that's what makes sense.
But we
Did
had
you
some
get it?
communication from you recently. Just
Yeah, that was
that was-
from me
yeah.
recently, like Saturday or
Yeah.
the weekend just gone. Did you receive an email?
Yeah.
I don't
Yes,
know
I
if
was
it
just going to
I
mention
sent
that.
it to a lady's name, I think maybe one of you, and to Triage.
Yes, yeah. So I just wanted to say we've received those, and Hannah, our clinical lead physio, is sort of seeking advice as to where to go, because the NHS physio service can't come in
I don't
every
wanna
day.
Yeah, I've
So
already
we're
been told about
We're
the
trying to
physio.
think of what else we can do.
I've not had physio. You know that, don't you?
But
For
the thing
over
is, Carl, you
500.
have. Do you
I
remember
haven't
a
had no
lady?
physio
Do
for
you
over
remember a lady
500
called
days
Katie Turner?
from a specialist who is qualified, coming out doing it regularly. If you do it one time, it does not count as physiotherapy. I've been
It does.
in
That is a physio assessment. You've had two. You've
no,
had
that's
at
an
least two
assessment.
physio
It's not.
assessments.
It's not a session. Coming out doing therapy session. She admitted to me on day one that she can't do therapy. It was recorded on the camera
So
that there's no money and not enough staff. Correct me if I'm wrong.
But then the carers would do the things that they advise.
that's what we'd planned to
That
do.
you advised, and
Yeah.
are the carers qualified? Yes or no? Just
the
answer
carers
that,
can
please.
be trained, just like we have
Oh,
assistants.
can be
who
trained.
can be
Okay.
trained. They can
So,
be trained
but
to do
can
it.
you give them the qualification? Answer that, yes or no.
No.
Just a simple.
But we
Thank
can
you. So
train
you've
them.
answered my question
But
from.
we can train them.
But
to
they
carry
can't be
out
given the
exercises.
qualification, which means
They're not
if you're not
qualified to
if you're going to
assess,
show
Carl.
two people and there's 50 people in the company, sorry, I'm trying to get this because you are doing this on purpose. It seems like to me, every agency you'll show two people, and you know there's 50 people that I see,
But
and you
they-
only show two people.
They
Why
can
are you
show
not
each
showing?
other. They can show each other.
So then you leave,
We
and
can't
that's
train
like
every
Chinese
50
whispers, and then it
people.
gets worse and worse. And the reason why I stopped it is because someone pulling on my leg, like literally pulling at it to pull like your leg off. It's not physiotherapy. I've witnessed physiotherapy for 2 years. So you showing someone, and then I then witness how they then do it, and then pulling my leg off. I had to stop it because if
Okay.
not, they were going to damage my leg. I think that's fully fair enough to protect myself from these incompetent people that you put my life, trust. You put my trust in their hands and allowed them to do what they were doing. If I had dementia, I wouldn't have a leg right now. Do you understand? But luckily, because I don't have dementia, I was able to see what they were doing was not physiotherapy and was causing danger to my leg, and if anything would have put me in immediate hospital. Do you understand? That's very serious. So I put a stop to it because I'm the only one that care about me. Do you
So
understand?
Alfie, you didn't because one of Hannah, our clinical lead, she'd sent you an email
So
with lots of
so
questions.
one time being showed
which you
one
hadn't
time is not
answered,
fair.
Carl. She'd asked you lots of questions which you hadn't answered. And
Yeah,
you
there
didn't
were so
put-
many questions
and
that I
and you
had
didn't
for me.
explain that in the email either. You've explained this to me now, but you've not explained
Yeah,
it
I
in
just
the
wanted to
email.
get. There was something in the email. I saw lots of things,
Yeah.
like 8 different things. Well, there's things that matter to me. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called me being independent, and everyone has a right if they're able to be independent. Now, the exact things that were on there were the bed frame, and these are all things about making me from not going into hospital because of the neglect of the care in the hospital and the care outside the hospital.
So anyway,
So
what
I'm the
we're-
one that's got me here, not one person in the world of care, not a nurse, nobody, because the nurse has failed as well. It's the reason why I have the scars still for the rest of my life to show it. When it healed, and then she told me it 100% hit. No, she told me it 100% healed, but it 99% healed. Still had a lump, and if you're sitting on it like your scab, it's gonna come off.
so
And
what-
it did the next day, and then I was back at square one.
So what we're going to do now, we're trying to see if there's any other services that can come and help you. Okay, so Hannah, our clinical lead, she's
Yeah,
She's doing some
services that are
investigating.
qualified. If you're qualified, yeah. But when you show someone and then that person then does it then a way that's would not even pass. You'd be failed.
But
Do you
it's
understand?
a shame, Carl, that you didn't email.
Why should I
in.
have to tell you this if you're trusting
But-
these people to do
Yeah,
this? Because
but-
if I had dementia, my nan had dementia, and you would have done the exact same thing. You would have left her in a position of being like that, and she can't have spoke and said, "Hey, these people are doing it wrong. They're going to put me in hospital." Do you understand how serious
But
that is?
we would have.
But I have
we
the
would have
faculties to know
reviewed.
that.
So what happens
And you're
is,
trusting care agencies because they're only saying yes to do it so they get money, because they're putting money over people's lives. And you just trusting them. No.
So what usually happens
You
is
should
we
be
put-
trusting the patient. The patient knows what's going on.
But you
The
didn't
patient
tell us.
lives with it.
You didn't tell us.
I have been
So-
telling people the whole time. I've
What
been
we-
like this for
What
over
we normally
500
do is set something up and then let it go for a little while, let it run, and then we review it. But what happened was, before we'd even had time to review what was happening, you'd cancelled it all. So
I didn't
rather,
cancel it.
rather than
What do you mean?
emailing
No,
the
I cancelled.
care,
No, I cancelled the care
yeah.
because they wasn't providing the care and they wasn't giving me the physio that I know is physiotherapy. They were but causing danger more than fixing the issue. Do you understand?
So what would have been really
Which
helpful...
is why I keep saying
Yeah.
about qualified.
Yeah. But
If you're not qualified, I would rather my leg is more safer than it being from a than being left alone. Do you understand?
But
Because if not, I wouldn't have had a leg because they were literally pulling me off the bed. They were yanking at my foot and leg. Do you know how
So
crazy
that we
that
can all
is?
communicate, if you'd have emailed in and said to us you're not happy with how the carers are performing it, we would have sent the physio back in to find out what the issues were.
No, you wouldn't.
and
You
do
would have
some
just
retraining.
passed it
We
over
would
to
have
someone
done.
else who would have just done
No.
the same thing again, who
No.
wasn't qualified.
We
But
need
you
to
still
build
wouldn't.
up a
Well,
communication.
I only
with
want
Carl.
someone that's qualified, and I've been saying that from day one. I've been saying that 500 days
realise,
ago,
but we
and I've
don't
been saying
provide
that
the
today,
service. We've
and you
said
don't
that,
provide
haven't
it. And I gave you the chance of giving it to someone who ain't qualified, and I did not accept that, and I said did not want that, but I was forced to take that, and I done it. I give them the chance, they couldn't do it, so I had to stop it to save my own leg.
But we
you
didn't know what was
understand?
happening.
Well, you
Did we?
should know what's happening when
No,
when
we
people that are not qualified to do something, you ask them to do. That's your fault.
But like Pippa said, normally... 'cause
It's your fault if
Carl-
you show someone to do something that ain't trained at something that is a speciality that you have to be specially trained at. It's your fault, and you should take blame and accountability. But as you're female, you can't.
But the physio would have come back to review it all
Yeah.
if we'd known.
But I have said this. It's
Yeah.
said spoken.
It-
I've said it in phone calls. I've said it in emails, and you're acting like I've just said it today. This is crazy.
We haven't got
This
an
is
email
crazy.
to say
You just said
that you'd stop.
you're acting like I've just said this today. This is serious. Do you
No,
think
no.
I've been saying this from
Yeah.
day one? You're both. I can't believe you actually act. Both are joke.
Maybe,
This is unbelievable. How could you be this?
Maybe email is the best way to communicate because then
Well,
we've
'cause
got
I
it,
didn't.
because
So I
we've got
sent
it
the
all in
email to the
writing.
wrong person.
No,
So it's my
don't
fault,
know.
is it?
But maybe emailing is the best way.
You
to-
just come
to
in here and said that
communicate.
you've been communicating. You've read what the doctor read and stuff like this.
I read,
So-
I
I
read
saw
the
the
emails
nurse,
from
I
this
saw the
morning,
nurse,
and
yeah.
Katie saw the nurse's notes. But I think we want to be open and we want to be able to communicate effectively. Maybe email is
Well, I'm
the
not
best
going
way
to
to do
communicate
it.
with people that don't want to help get me
we
better.
do want to help.
No, you
Carl,
don't,
but
because
we have,
you had someone nearly pull my leg off, like literally.
obviously that wasn't us doing that.
No, you
That
didn't
was-
ask her to intend to do
No.
that, but you showed someone who's incompetent, because if someone's not trained at something, they're incompetent. Not meaning on their IQ, but if they're not trained and you just show them, because you only showed them for a few seconds, you didn't come back and. Do you understand? People that train to be physiotherapists, correct me if I'm wrong, they spend at least 5 years to train to become a physiotherapist, and you shoot someone in less than half an hour.
But
That is disgusting, outrageous. What? And you're just passing the buck off
But the
onto
physio-
someone
the
else.
physios
It's
are-
not fair that you're passing the buck off onto care
The physios are
agencies as
trained
well.
to assess,
These
Carl.
poor carers, these
Yeah.
poor girls that come round to try and do that as well. It's not fair that you pass the buck off onto them. Take some accountability, please.
So what we've got your emails. I think emailing is a good way of communicating because you can reread things, you can digest things. So Hannah is going to find out what we can do because we do want to help you. It's finding the right thing. We don't have a physio who can come and see you every day. And to be fair, most services, when the assessment is done, the treatment or the exercise practice gets passed on to some kind of assistant, and that is the case with most services now, Carl, because we can't.
I was never passed off in hospital for 2 years. I had physio for 2 years from a fully qualified, trained physiotherapist. I'm the same person.
That's an acute hospital, isn't it? Where you've got lots.
Oh,
and lots
so
of
you're allowed.
visitors.
So you're allowed a certain standard of care in hospital, but once you leave hospital, it's allowed to have a below standard of care. Yeah, that's what
No.
you've just now admitted to.
The
Because you
NHS
said it's
can't
okay,
provide-
and you say it's
No.
you say it's okay for me to have that in hospital, but not okay for me to have
I'm
it
not
out of
saying
hospital.
I'm not saying it's okay.
Make your
I
mind
would
up,
love
love.
to be able to
Make
give
your
you a
mind up, love.
send a physio every day, but we,
Yeah,
we
you
can't.
would you? Because
Yeah,
you
we
would.
would. We'd love
You
to be
would.
able to if we could,
It'd
of
be brilliant
course.
if all
But
our
we
patients
can't.
could have physios every day, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? It'd be brilliant.
So we are looking into it, okay? And Hannah will email with an update because I think
Thank you, babe.
email is good. All right, we'll leave it there then. We've got a
God
plan
bless
for
you. Have a good day. Take
the
care.
bed and the chair. Okay, take care. Do you want the light on or off?
That one off, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Take care. Have a good day.
Bye for now.